All right, here we go. We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. And I hope you are all enjoying your day. And I have a video that I haven't made in a little while. Some people have been requesting it. So I wanted to think I'm going to switch it around a little bit because I know some of you love the pre-orders, which I have at the end of this video because there's some new ones coming out. But I also wanted to show some comics that I think you guys should get because a lot of people are interested in that, and they said they wanted me to kind of switch it up a little bit, so we're going to give the best of the both worlds. So I'm going to start out with 5 comics I really think you need to add to your collection. These are books that, of course, you know, there are no guarantees, but it will end up being something that if you can get them cheap, you could save a lot of money if these things happen. And then afterwards, I will be doing a bunch of different pre-order comics that are going to be on sale today as of 12 noon Eastern Time. So if you're interested in what I'm going to show afterwards, stick around so you can check those out as well, so everybody will be happy. And I want to always recommend people to sign up for the cashback program. The link is in the description. It's in the live chat, and it's also pinned to the comments section. If you sign up by clicking on the link, you're actually helping me out as well as helping yourself out. Spend $30 or more to any of the affiliated programs in that on that website within 30 days. If you spend the $30, you will get a $30 cashback bonus. It's normally $10. So definitely want to check that out, and it's free to do. Just check for restrictions. Come join the live chat even if you're not a subscriber, because I always do a surprise subscriber shout out. If you are today's surprise subscriber shout out and you have a YouTube channel, you can post your link in the comments section. Of course, I do have to approve it. And then I always recommend, if people see that, to please go and give them a shout out, a subscriber. You know, a subscribe, even a like, but check out their videos. And also, if you are one of my moderators, if you are in the live chat and you have a YouTube channel, one of the new bonuses that I'm doing is anybody that is a moderator that is in the live chat of a video can also post a link to their channel if they have one. So to be a moderator, all you have to do is comment often on my channel to the point where I recognize you. I don't base it on just yes men or yes women people. I base it on people that even can disagree, but they could do it respectfully. So if you are somebody that comments often, you don't even have to be a subscriber. I will upgrade you to a moderator. So give me a second. I'll be right back. My cat wants to get out, and he's going to scratch if I don't. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so, like I said, you don't have to hit subscribe, but hopefully you will. 12 people already like it, and I appreciate that, so to anybody that's kind enough to do that, it is definitely appreciated, and then some of my moderators are already here. So like I said, if you are a moderator, and you could see the moderators because they have blue in their name, you could see like a little wrench at the end. Those are moderators. They can control the chat, so some of them are encouraging people to hit the like button, like Main Smash Gaming, so thank you for that, doing the job of a good moderator. So if you want to be a moderator, just comment often on my channel, and again, you don't have to agree with everything, you just got to be civil. Alright, so with that being out of the way, let me put on the video camera. I'm in a new location today because I'm switching up and doing some changes in my comic room. So I am in another room right now, and nice, gorgeous, bright, sunny day. So we got some nice light coming in, so some natural light. So let's show 5 comics. Now, of course, when it comes to speculation, there are no guarantees, so keep that in mind. If you're speculating on any kind of comic or any kind of investment, there are always risks involved. So one of the things I always say is do your own research. Make sure you verify things, and remember that you're not always going to win even if you do all of the necessary things, so because anything can change, so keep that in mind. Alright, so the first one, this is based on some rumors that these could potentially end up in a movie at one point or a TV show. This is 2016's The Champions. Now don't get that confused with the Champions from the Bronze Age. This is actually New Heroes. And you could see it's like the Young Avengers kind of group. So there have been rumors about this. I put this one first because there are no guarantees, and this is least likely. But, you know, rumors can turn out to be true. There are some variants that are definitely worth checking out. So They are a lot more expensive than this one, but you're going to spend in the hundreds because there is a variant. Let me look it up, and I'll tell you exactly. There is a Ross variant that's $350 at a 9.8. Now, of course, that's graded. And then there's another one even more valuable than that. Unfortunately, I don't have them, but it's called Now Champions. But the Mike Hawthorne Deadpool variant, that one's showing $800. So those might be out of a lot of people's price range. So this one would be the regular, basically cover A, and it would be the cheapest to get. So if you can get or have those other variants I just mentioned, you know, congratulations on that. But definitely, if you can't afford those, this book is one to take the chance on. All right, another one. This is a book I was telling people back in 2016 to get. That's back when I bought these. There are rumors when it comes to the Mandalorian series on Disney that there's a rumor of a character that I was talking about years ago. Now, if you followed me on my original We Love Comics channel, you will have seen this book before, and I haven't talked about it since. And basically, it shows that there are many comics that you have to sit on for years, and they might not be worth anything. I have at least 2 copies that I found. I'm sure I have more of them, but I didn't pay more than $7 for these. And that is Star Wars number 88. Now, it's the first appearance of this character right here. I think her name is Lumina or Lumia. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but let me get a better angle. This is from the original, probably in the early 80s that this came out, where basically she's considered a new Dark Lord. And there are rumors of a character that will be introduced that they haven't shown who she is, but people are assuming it might be this character. So this is a book that has been on the rise, and I only paid $7 for this book, because like I said, I bought it years ago, and that's why I tell people, you know, buy stuff early, and sometimes don't worry about if you have to sit on it a couple years. Not everything is going to be profitable the day it comes out. Sometimes it takes a while. I mean, this book would have been in the 25-cent bin for decades, and no one would have touched it. But if this rumor ends up being true, and this character does end up in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, well, you know what's going to happen to this book. So I paid $7. You're definitely not going to pay $7 for this book anymore. But it's still worth getting because it's still a rumor at this point. If it ends up being confirmed, well, like I said, you're going to know what happened to the price. All right, another rumor based on the Spider-Man 3 movie. This is definitely a book that I would recommend getting. I bought this the day it came out, so I paid a grand total of $1.50 on this book. But this one is Web of Spider-Man, number 118. Now, this isn't the first appearance of Ben Reilly, a.k.a. the clone of Peter Parker, which back in the days they tried to say was the original, was actually the real Peter Parker, and people got so mad they changed the story. But this is his first solo adventure. So this would be a pretty cheap book that may be overlooked, because there are rumors that because they're doing the Spider-Verse, that they might do a clone version of Ben Reilly. Now, of course, like I said, these are all speculations, so you cannot guarantee it. But this is definitely a book worth taking the chance on because you're going to get it cheap. So like I said, I paid cover price for this because I bought it the day it came out. And I'm very visually oriented, so a couple years ago, when somebody was talking about the rumors of a Spider-Verse, I looked and I saw a cover. Somebody showed this years ago. I don't remember where I saw it. But as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I know I have that. And I went digging through my collection. And I can only find one, but I have so many comics, I'm sure there's more. Now, the next part of this is going to be the more expensive one. I paid a grand total of $4.23 for this book. I got it in a deal of a whole bunch of Spider-Man books. This is definitely a book to get. This is Spider-Man number 149. This is the first Spider-Man clone. It is also the origin and quote-unquote death of the Jackal. And there is a Gwen Stacy clone appearance. So there's a lot going on in here, but the major thing is, if the rumors end up being true, this is definitely a book that you want to acquire. And like I said, I paid $4.73 because it was in a bundle. So that's why sometimes it even pays to buy bundles of books, because books that people throw in, all of a sudden, years later, can become even more valuable than what you originally bought the main book for when you buy a bundle. So, I don't know how many books were in the bundle, but it came out to $4.73 a piece. And if this rumor ends up being true, that Ben Reilly, a.k.a. the clone of Peter Parker, ends up confirmed, this book is going to skyrocket. So this is definitely a book to get. So, it's Amazing Spider-Man, $149, 25-cent cover. This is a mid to late Bronze Age book. I would say probably around 76, 77, somewhere in that area, maybe 75. But this is definitely a book to get. Now, don't forget to stick around, because I am going to be showing some pre-orders after this. So I wanted to give people the opportunity to see these first, and if they want to leave afterwards because they're not interested in the pre-orders, I give them that opportunity. But also, like I said, I want to remind people, sign up for the cashback program. Keep commenting in the live chat, because I will be doing a surprise subscriber shout-out, and then I will be going to the Southside Comic pre-orders, because there's some cool covers that I'm going to show. So stick around. And remember, if you are one of my moderators in the live chat, you can also post the link to your channel in the comment section of this video if you were here live. Alright, so last but not least of the 5 that I think that you should get, this is one I've talked about before. This is one of my favorite covers. I had a 9.8 of this book years ago, but it got stolen. It wasn't graded, but I guarantee you it would have been minimum 9.6, but I would have been shocked if it was a 9.6. It was perfect. And I'm so upset that that got stolen, but I have other copies of it. They're definitely not as close to that, but I'm still happy. It's, in my opinion, it's the only Barry Winslow Smith cover that I love. I normally don't really care for his artwork. It's just my opinion. But I absolutely love this cover, and it's one worth getting. And I've talked about this one before. And that is, I have several copies of this book. Conan the Barbarian, issue number 1. Now, this isn't his first appearance ever, because Conan was introduced in the 30s, but it wasn't based on a comic book. But this is the first time Conan was ever in the comic book form. This is also the cameo appearance of Kull. Now, some people mispronounce it and they write Null, but it's not Null. It's the first appearance of Kull, which is another barbarian. So they are potentially doing a Netflix Conan series, considering what happened with Netflix and what they promote. I will not be interested in watching it. I will not be ever spending my money on Netflix, but what you do is up to you. Just because I do something doesn't mean you have to. But this came out in 1970. That was the year I was born. With the resurgence, and also the fact that Marvel now has gotten the rights back to Conan the Barbarian back again. This, to me, is a classic cover. First comic appearance of Conan the Barbarian, and it's Kull, Kull, is the cameo appearance in this book. Now, of course, the other book to get is Conan 23, which is the first appearance of Sonya. That is definitely another one, Red Sonja. But we'll do that as a bonus. I actually do not have that comic, and that's unfortunate, but it's another book you can get, so consider that one a bonus. So those are the 5 books. Let me switch over now to the video capture, because there's a bunch of books that I'm going to be showing you guys for Southside. So this part here is brought to you by Southside. If you look in the description, go all the way down to the bottom, and also in the comment section, I've already pinned it to the comment section, their address and discount codes, where if you've never used them before, use the code WeLoveComics10, and you will get 10% off your first order. And after that, if you've already used it, you use the code WeLoveComics, and you'll get 5% off your order, and you can use it indefinitely. And if you spend $50 or more, you will get free shipping. So I would encourage that. So there's a couple of good books to be able to get. So let's put on the window capture, and let's get to it. All right, so it's a different approach. There's a bunch of them. This is Comic Elite's variant, so they are limited. The sellers are carrying 4 covers for Batman Catwoman #1. The series brings Phantasm from the Batman animated series movie to the DC comic book universe. So there is technically a first appearance. Think of it like Harley Quinn. She was first introduced in the animated TV show and then became a sensation in the comics. So whether Phantasm ends up being similar or even close, too early to tell, but it's worth taking the chance on because it will be their first comic book appearance. So the first one you're going to see is the Ryan Brown variants. There are 2 covers. Cover A, which is a minimal trade dress, on sale today, Friday, October 30th at 12 noon Eastern Time. So basically in about 40 minutes, 35 minutes or so, well actually 34 minutes to be exact. So if you go to their website now, you might see it, but you won't see it for sale. It'll show sold out. So it won't go on sale until 12 noon. So we have cover A, which is limited to 3,000 copies at $14.99. We have cover B, which I'll show in a second, limited trade variant for $24.99, limited to 1,500 copies, and $34.99 for the bundle. So I really like these covers. That to me is some great artwork. Ryan Kincaid does some major work. So there is more. All right, next up, Ryan Kincaid. Now, they're actually discounting the price. I got another message on this one. So it says Ryan Kincaid drew 2 different covers, a standard cover with trade dress and a different cover with minimal trade dress. Both feature Phantasm on the cover. So this will be the first time you'll see Phantasm on the cover. So this one is one that if it ends up being something popular, that's going to be his first cover appearance, and you know that's going to be something that is going to be interesting and what people are going to get. Now, they actually lowered the price on this. They said the Kincaid variant, instead of $14.99, which is limited to 3,000 copies, they're going to be doing a special for my subscribers. You don't need any additional code for $9.99. The cover B, the limited trade dress, which is limited to 1,500 copies, for it's instead of $24.99, it'll be $19.99, and the bundle instead of $34.99 will be $24.99. So as you'll see, and I'll scroll down, there is Phantasm on the cover. There is cover A. And then cover B. So it's actually 2 different covers, but Phantasm, as you could see right here, is in both covers. I think the first one will be more desirable, even though it's not as limited, because you see a better image of him. But that's his first cover appearance in a comic book. And then right here, last but not least, we have The Last Ronin, issue number 2, on pre-order today. Issue 2 is $8.99, so that's the regular price for this book. So that's pretty expensive, but that's not the comic books company's fault. That's what the book is retail selling for. So those are the books. They are on sale as of noon today, so get them while you can. Let me know what you think by hitting the thumbs up. 45 people watching, 26 likes, so a little bit more than half the people have hit the like button, so thank you for that. Let's do, Rand4 says, is that a one-shot? They did not say, so I do not know. So what I would recommend is contact and ask for Dan over at Southside, and just tell him you're from We Love Comics channel. He'll be more than happy to help you, and ask him about that. And if you could post that in the comment section, either way, that would be appreciated, but he did not say if it was a one-shot or not. Hal says Phantasm was on the cover of Mask of the Phantasm movie comic. Well, a movie comic, that might be a one-shot, so that might be different. So it would be his first comic appearance on that cover, so thank you for that. And it shows, you know, I'm not a major DC fan. I mean, I don't hate DC. I love DC, but I'm a Marvel guy, 90 to 10. I love a lot more DC's older stuff. So I wouldn't have known that information, but that shows when you do research, so thank you for that. Jerry P. also says Ronin #1 is on its way from Southside, so they are going to be mailing that out soon if you pre-ordered Ronin #1. But Ronin #2 is out today if you want to keep the series going. So let's do today's surprise subscriber shout-out. We're going to go with Louis 13. Louis 13th. So Louis 13th, who wrote She-Vader, as in regards to the book I showed earlier. You are today's surprise subscriber shout-out. If you're not a subscriber, that's okay, but hopefully we will get your subscription. And Raymond says, I thought Last Ronin was a one-shot. Well, apparently not, because there is a second book. So it shows sometimes information can be a little sketchy out there. You never know. And things can also change. It might have originally been considered as a one-shot. Maybe the sales were so high, they're like, well, why would we miss an opportunity? So that is possible as well. So today's surprise subscriber shout-out, if you are still here and you heard that, if you have a YouTube channel, you can post the link into the channel on the comments section. I will first approve it, make sure it's appropriate for my viewers to see. In other words, no porn sites or anything like that. And if you do see the link, that means I approved it. Please go give them a check. And the same thing with my moderators. If they put their comments, if they put their link in the comments section, go check them out. It's a good way to help other people in the community, because this is not I love comics, this is we love comics. So it's all about us. So I want to help the community where I can, and I don't ask for anything. I mean, if you want to give a like or a subscribe, that's great, but it's not required to get those. And I want to thank the people that participated in the live chat. Let me know what you think. I might do this more often, where I will show some comics and then do the pre-orders, unless there's a pre-order that's like so amazing that I have to put it out right away. So this way people do get a variety, and the ones that are here just to see the first 5 comics could have left, and the ones that are my Ultra Power viewers and my Power viewers will stick around and see the other part of the video. So go check out Southside Comics. Like I said, I do not get paid by them, but I do get the comics that I show for free, but I am under no obligation to show anything. I have no signed contracts. So if I'm showing it, it means I like it, and I think you will too. So thank you to the 30 people that like, the 47 people that are watching. Anybody that hit subscribe, that's awesome. Leave a comment after the beep, and do not forget to sign up for the cashback program. You have to spend $30 within 90 days to get that. Make sure it qualifies. Do not use the best offer on eBay, so make sure you check restrictions and take advantage of that, because normally it's a $10 bonus, so you're getting an additional $20. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and do not forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. You all have a great day, and I will see you next video.